This video will discuss Chapter 11.6, Area of Parallelograms, Triangles, and Trapezoids. So I want to start by giving you the formula for each of the three. To find the area of a parallelogram, you're going base times height. To find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 times base times height. And to find the area of a trapezoid, it's 1/2 times height, and then times the quantity of base 1 plus base 2. As you can see, all three formulas are related. You may want to take a moment now to pause the video and copy down these formulas. Alright, so we're going to use each of these formulas in some examples today. We're actually going to go in this order, so we're going to start with the parallelogram, which is base times height. So the most famous popular parallelogram that you get probably with area is a rectangle. However, we're going to solve an actual parallelogram, and so the base here is 16, but keep in mind that this is not the height. So oftentimes they'll give you this number, right? And let's just say that it's like 13. And so if this number were 13, or if this number were 13, that is not the height. That's kind of the trick. What you need to know is the height is going to be coming off of a right angle, and so this would be my height. So if area is base times height, the base is 16 and the height is 11. And so what I need to do is multiply 16 times 11, and so the area is going to be 176 square inches. Right, now make sure that you either are writing square inches or inches with the exponent for squared. Okay, but if it's just 176 inches, then it looks like perimeter and not area. Okay, but again, this is base times height. So make sure you're able to identify where the appropriate height is. The next example we're going to do is the triangle. So we're going to use this formula. Area equals 1/2 base times height. And so let's take a look at two types of triangle. The first one up here, remember that this is the base, this 8. However, this green is just showing you because we need a right angle to find the height. And so my area of this triangle is going to be 1/2 base, which is 8, times height, which is 5. So area equals, and you kind of work in whatever order you want. Some people go 1/2 times 8 is 4, and then 4 times 5. Some people do 8 times 5 is 40, and then half of 40. Right? You also, if you wanted to, could go half of 5, which is 2.5, times 8. But no matter what, you should end up getting an area of 20 square meters. Right? And so I'm going to write 20 meters squared. Now, if it's a right triangle, you'll notice that I don't need this green kind of indicator, because since it's a right triangle, I know that this is my height, and I know that the 12 is my base, so this is going to be 1/2 times the base, which is 12, times the height, which is 4. And again, you can kind of go in whatever order you want. If you're going straight across, 1/2 of 12 is 6, and then 6 times 4, but I want to kind of show you that the other way would work too. So I'm going to take 1/2 times 4, so I'm going to leave the 12, and then 1/2 times 4 is 2, and then 12 times 2 is 24 square centimeters. Right? Had you gone 1/2 of 12 is 6, 6 times 4 is 24, you get the same way. And that trick works because of the commutative property. I can multiply these three numbers in whatever order I want. All right, and then finally, let's take a look at a trapezoid. So we're going to end up using this formula, 1/2 height times base 1 plus base 2. And we're going to actually use some large numbers here because we're going to take more of a real-world problem. And that is, the state of Nevada is more or less in the shape of a trapezoid. And these are the approximate distances of each side. And so what we want to do is find what is the approximate area of the state of Nevada. Now, keep in mind that, well, this is the way the trapezoid is shaped. It may make more sense for some of you to look at it this way, so that this is my height, and then here's base 1 and base 2. Now, it does not matter which one you call base 1 and base 2. A lot of people make the smaller base, base 1, and the larger base, base 2. Some people pick the one that's on top as base 1, the one that's on bottom is base 2, but of course, in an example like this, neither of them are on top or bottom. But if you were to make it like this, right? But then also keep in mind that you could do it, you could put the shape this way and it doesn't change the area, right? So no matter how we move the shape around. So I'm going to go 1/2 times 318, right, because it's 1/2 height, times base 1, 206, plus 478. So I'm going to try to do this in smaller steps just so we make sure that we're all kind of on the same page as to how we're getting each of these numbers. And so I'm going to go, let's switch colors. I'm going to go 1/2. I'm going to leave the 318 for now. And then I'm going to go 206 plus 478. 206 plus 478 is 684. Now I'm going to take half of 318. So 318 times 1/2. This is 159 times 684. And so 159 times 684 gives me a total of 108,756. Right, and this should be square miles. Okay, and so even though the numbers are large, it's the same idea. I'm going 1/2 times the height, and then times base 1 plus base 2. Keep in mind that after I've added these, again, the order in which I do these don't matter, so I could have gone 1/2 of 684, which would, in essence, make you use kind of smaller numbers, but no matter what, you're going to end up with a large number like 108,756. Okay, that's 108,756 square miles, because we're finding the area of the state of Nevada. All right, that's all we got for you today on area of parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids. Thanks very much for watching the video. Don't forget to do the problems at the bottom of the page. I'll see you in class.